Hi everyone, this is Kelly, and today I'm going to do the first of 4 cards that are done with the Beauty of the Earth suite that can be found on page 10 of our current catalog. As you can see, we're going to be doing this card here. I just thought it was so cool, I had to do it. But the suite itself comes with stamps and dies, of course, and or you can just get the bundle of the stamp and die set. It came with this beautiful paper suite, and it also had a embossing folder called the bark embossing folder, which is right here on the page. The whole suite was $73.50, but I used it in a number of ways, and I can see using this year round. So let's get started with today's card. The first card we're going to make is basically one that was in the catalog. I only changed a little bit of the colors and changed a little bit of the trim and how it was put together. So this first card is very, very simple. In your envelope, you will have a card base. You will have a piece of designer series paper, otherwise known as DSP. You are more than welcome to use this side of the paper if you prefer, but I made it with this side. I think this is absolutely beautiful. It's like no season to me. It could be every season. It's just a very happy combination of colors in my eyes. And then a piece of basic white DSP to go on the inside of the card. Now the hardest part of this card, and it really is the hardest part, is you will have received some baker's twine like this. Now I suggest tying a knot at one end and tying a second knot so that you can loop it on something or tape it down. But I went ahead and braided the whole piece. Now this piece is not braided. I braided this ahead of time because, quite frankly, I didn't think you wanted to watch me braid. But if you don't want to braid, you do not have to. It's just what I did because I was mimicking what was in the catalog for the trim. But I thought this was really fun. I used the pink and white that came from baker's twine that came from another set that is set to retired, which is the snails, and then this was from Well Dressed, and I put them together because all 3 of those colors happen to be on the paper. So it's a very, very simple card to put together. Once you do this little bit here, it's just a matter of putting your inside on the inside, and I am using our seal, the Stampin' Up! Seal. I'll just go ahead and put this on the inside. Now you can stamp it. I don't believe I stamped the other one. I may have. I did stamp it. Haha. I lied. I stamped it with this stamp from the stamp set. Let me grab that. It is Beauty of Friendship. Here we go. So what I used was this, but I think I used a different one. I used a different one from a different set. I don't know what set I used it from. It was just a bunch of dots. But this time I think I'll use the tree. I'll just use the tree on this one. Okay, and then this just gets put on the front of your card. I'm so real about this, guys. It's not a very hard card. Like I said, the hardest part is braiding, and if you don't want to braid, then don't do it. It's really up to you. All I'm doing is making a simple card here. Okay, the next hard part on this whole thing is stamping, and this is a piece of the designer series paper, and I'm just going to stamp on here. And before I put, I think, thank you, or I believe in you, I put thank you, on the example. I think I will choose another sentiment. I think I'll just do hello because I like hello. Hello's a good one. I used, looks like crumb cake. So let me grab a little thing here. Let me grab my crumb cake. And I will stamp that with my little hello as best I can without knocking the camera and being straight. There we go. That's as straight as I'm going to get on there. Okay. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of seal on here. And I'm going to center that on my little blue piece. In the catalog they used brown. I liked the blue because I wanted to pop the blue. And I can put this anywhere I want in here. Now this does get popped up with dimensionals. And, oh, so sorry about that. I hit the camera. This gets popped up with dimensionals. And I like to use a lot of them. I'm just really a dimensional junkie, I think. But part of it is because I'm going to have the braid underneath. So I'm going to kind of decide, do I want it like here? Do I want it like this? I mean, just where do I want it? I'm going to put it in the middle like I did the other one. Or maybe I'll put it a little bit more down here. And now I have to determine my braid. Okay, so how much of this I want to actually use. You can see that I double knotted it and I looped it over something so that over a little doorknob so I could sit and braid this because it is long and it took me a hot minute to do. So basically I'm just doing kind of a, you know, something like that. And then what I do is I come in and I put another knot in here on one spot, and then a little bit farther up I'm going to put another knot, and then I'm going to cut it in between. I know that sounds funny, but you'll see what happens when I cut it. Of course it's going to unbraid, or it will unbraid if you just play with it a minute. Okay, so now that's unbraided on that end, and on this end I'm just going to trim it so it has about the same amount of tassel. This didn't unbraid, so if I wanted to use it on something else I could possibly put it on another card. So that's the only reason why I did what I did. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I find it's much easier to kind of loop it around and, you know, maybe I did that one a little bit long. Oh well. Okay, I'm just going to okay, that's where I'm going to do it. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive right there and just kind of set that there. Okay, it's not going to move around. And now I can put my take my dimensionals and take the backings off. And now when I put this on, I've got the loops going both ways. And there we go. That is the card. Now the only thing I haven't done is I haven't done the inside here. So let me take one of the tree stamps, and I'm going to take this tree stamp because it's not as full as the other ones. Throw that on a block. I'm going to grab my crumb cake, and I'm just going to just put that there. I think, you know, personally, I know this is a tree, but if you turn it upside down, it looks like a heart to me. That's how I think. And then on this one, I'm just going to just do a second stamp on there. I kind of like the lighter one a little bit better, and I'll do one on the front. There we go. And that is our card. Very simple, easy to do. Like I said, the hardest part is going to be braiding. So I hope you enjoyed this video. All of our cards this month happen to be very quick and very easy cards, but I just wanted to show some versatility with the paper and with this one set. So we are focusing on the beauty of the earth, sweet, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.